goes against what people think, but I find skydiving more like a meditation and statuing more like a rush. My goal was 15 hours, foot traffic didn't allow it. If I position myself a bit better, I'm hoping to break 16 hours. Hi, my name's Luke and I'm a living statue street performer. I think I've been in Burke Street for probably nearly 2 years. And before that, I don't know, like 3.5 years maybe, not quite. I was never quite sure about a name. The colour I come up with was brass, and as I was performing, a lot of the kids just called me Statue Man, and from that I just dubbed it that, Statue Man. And I painted an alcohol bottle and I used to slum over on the ground like I was drunk. I found that the guy that was drinking, that was drunk, passed out on the ground, made the most coins. That's where I started to perform long sets, That was probably the first time I performed, 7 hours straight. I wondered how would I get from where I set up to my spot with as much chance of remaining in character, and I bought a cloak. The way I set up and the way I pack down, everything's thought out, and everything that I have is designed in a way that I can do it quickly. So I like that aspect of you turned around to look into a window and you turned back and I was gone. Some years ago, before statuing, I'd done a freediving course. They talked about getting your heart rate down to be able to conserve energy, and he talked about only having a very small meal for breakfast. And we can go for 2 days without sleeping or without eating. We'll survive. I perform for anywhere from 6 hours to 12 hours, depending on day of week and time of year. So I also enjoy a lot of extreme sports, lots of snowboarding and base jumping. And at the moment, I'm training wingsuit out of the aeroplane for then next year wingsuit base jumping. Before that, there's been the X Games of the freestyle BMX, when I was 16. I went to Queensland to take up some training for stunt work for TV and movie. I come off a bike and the motorbike landed on my ankle and broke my ankle. Not long after I got back on my feet, I broke my other leg. When that healed, I wasn't quite the same. When I was travelling, I was lucky enough to encounter some statues, and I decided that when I come home, that's what I'll do to be able to control my emotions, and that's what led me into statuing. I never, ever bring a watch. I always just listen for the clock, listen for the chimes. I find it's best to just tune out to the time, just try to read the street. For me, it's all about control. I'm controlling the situation, and everyone are trying to make the statue move, trying to make me break. I'm got to control the situation. It's about getting in touch with my body, and I do that by connecting to the earth. The more you realise that, that wind is a part of me and I'm part of that wind, and those clouds are a part of me and I'm a part of that cloud, and that water in that ocean, that's me and I'm it, and that's all we really have. And our thoughts completely remove us from all of that stuff, and it gives me real gratitude and real freedom and real happiness, when I'm in that place. When I started breaking 8 hours and then I started breaking 12 hours, you get into this, like, I think it's a combination of like fatigue and meditative state mixed in together where you just, it almost feels like you describe a drug or something. When I leave and I get in the car, I normally drive home in silence because it's been so noisy all day, you know. I drive home with like some surreal feeling of like calmness that's inside of me. So to challenge myself always and to keep stimulated, I'm always looking for the next goal, the next achievement, and it's become a time barrier now. Once I have control over that thought, I can stay there for 15 hours if I want. For me, you know, once it surpasses, you know, like 8 or 10 hours, I'm so deep in it that like I could just stay there forever.